A very good evening from the newsroom. The news for this Monday evening. Farmers and vendors of Sir Selwyn Clarke Market will soon carry on with their daily activities in the ex-STC building in Victoria. The Ministry of Agriculture, Climate Change and Environment has already started discussions with the farmers and vendors concerning the move. In a meeting during the weekend, the farmers and vendors were able to ask several pertinent questions regarding the reallocation. The Minister for Agriculture, Climate Change and Environment, Flavien Joubert, says that the meeting is the beginning of the process whilst the market will undergo major renovations.
We have identified the ex-STC or SMB supermarket as the ideal site in the center of town that could accommodate most of the vendors who are currently in the market. The other fishmongers and others who are supporting the selling of fish in the market, they will be reallocated space according to the different facilities that are operated by SFA. But the others would be hopefully allocated in ex-SMB supermarket. This coming week, we are doing major cleaning of that site, and we are also doing structural assessments, and then we'll be going towards designating space for different groups in that supermarket. We would also be doing certain group meetings with specific groups of vendors. In particular, we'll be meeting with butchers. There are 4 of them. We'll be meeting with craft vendors. There are 23 of them, and also others who might be interested in interacting with us on specific items concerning this move. This afternoon, we'd like to express our appreciation for the comments and suggestions that we've received from the vendors. Most or almost all who attended the meeting, they understand the reason for us to close down the market to address those major issues, and they also appreciate the fact that we are making new arrangements. We are very happy that they came up with very positive suggestions on how we can do things better, and we would continue to interact and exchange with all of them so that we can have a process that is smooth and that comes out positive for all involved.
The Employment Department has started a series of public consultations regarding several proposals being made in the Employment Act, which dates back to 1995. One of the series of consultations was held at the International Conference Centre on Saturday afternoon. The Director General of Labour Relations, Steve Monet, says new proposals are being made as there has been several new evolutions that have taken place in the world of work since 1995, and these issues have to be taken into account in the new law.
For example, what we've proposed today, when it comes to advertising vacancies to recruit non-Chichelois, we want to have a legalized format whereby it is standard that employers, when they are advertising a vacancy, there are certain criteria that is followed and respected. Also, when it comes to fixed-term contract, currently under the fixed-term contract, you cannot put a worker on probation. So we are introducing a probation period under fixed-term contract. Also, for redundancy, an employer who is closing the organization completely, there's no need to come to the Ministry of Employment to seek approval, because the business is closing permanently, so they just submit the proof of payment and then they proceed with the closure. When it comes to conditions of working conditions, there are sick leave, for example. There are this period of unpaid sick leave, which is 60 days right now. We want to introduce this to 90 days because we've observed that there are many sickness that continues even beyond this 60 days period. Also, for adoption leave, we want to introduce adoption leave for couples that are unable to bear a child. So we find it important that they, as a couple, have time to spend with their newly adopted child.
The Seychelles Electoral Commission continued its regional meetings during the weekend to gather public opinion on the proposed changes to the electoral law. The meetings were held on Praslin and La Digue. Like the ones held on Mahé, the commissioner and his team presented the 25 proposed amendments with the people from these 2 districts. Those present were able to ask questions. The proposals are on the Commission's website. As for the regional meetings, the last one was held today in Os-Royal on Mahé for the southern region. The government, in partnership with the Roman Catholic Diocese of Seychelles, is working to launch a project entitled Farm of Hope. The aim is to help with the rehabilitation of young people addicted to drugs.
The Farm of Hope, or Fazenda da Esperanza, is a project the Roman Catholic Church launched in Brazil in 1983, 41 years ago. It is now present in 24 countries with over 150 branches. The farm will be based on the Roman Catholic Mission's property in Port-Glo. The Council of Ministers also approved to continue the work to stabilize the mountainous terrain in the north of Mahé at a cost of 30 million rupees. These areas have already been identified following last December's disasters. The work will reduce the risk of landslides. Ministers also approved the revision of the Sustainable Forest Management Policy with the aim of increasing economic returns, strengthening biodiversity protection, promoting ecotourism, and supporting efforts to adapt to climate change. These were the main announcements made by Vice President Ahmed Afif during his press conference last Thursday.
UNICE and the National Institute of Health and Social Studies, NIHSS, signed an MOU to develop higher levels of skills and qualifications for students and professionals in the medical field.
It was the director of NIHSS, Ibrahim Ali, and chief nurse at the Ministry of Health, Dr. Gillian May, that signed the MOU on behalf of NIHSS. And on behalf of UNICE, it was Vice-Chancellor of the University, Joël Perrault, and the Dean for the Arts and Social Development, Dr. Justin Zelim, that signed the agreement. Mr. Ali said that he believes this partnership represents a milestone in terms of opportunities for training and continuous professional development in the medical field.
We see this as a huge step towards achieving our target of achieving more learners and professionals attain higher qualifications through multiple pathways in an optimal time frame.
Vice-Chancellor of UNICE, Joël Perrault, explained how this partnership will also push the university's research agenda.
This MOU will not only help us develop the different degree or master programs, but we will also push the research agenda together. There is a need for more research to be published from the health and social professionals, and UNICE is also here to assist with this. We can also help with training in languages, in quality assurance, technology, and other areas that NIHSS would need in the near future.
In order for the partnership to be a success, UNICE is encouraging health professionals that are interested in teaching to contact them.
And with this, we come to the end of this news summary. We'll be back at 8 with the news in Creole. Have a very pleasant evening.